Yeah, we live with purpose. Turn it up, feel the surface shake. Christ in the center when the flames rise. Watch the chains break, watch the shame slide. Marjorie with purpose. We on fire for the king, can't earn this. Talk love, talk growth, that worship. Hearts burn bright, yeah, the spirit working. Marjorie with purpose. From the pain to the praise, we searching. Fake relationships, real wordsmiths. Turn a spark to a blaze, we burning. Yeah.
Well, 2 years after a deadly shooting, the court case moves forward for the suspect or suspected accomplice of what deputies say was a staged home invasion murder. As West 2's David Jones reports, 2 men were arrested in an Orange County mother's killing, and one has now been transferred into Orange County custody.
Investigators say 30-year-old mother Porsche Streeter ran a hairdressing business from her apartment, which became a crime scene. In January 2024, deputies responded to find Streeter shot to death and her boyfriend, 32-year-old Son Range Jr., who was shot in his upper arm. A year and some change later, the Orange County Sheriff's Office arrested Range for the killing, saying he orchestrated the whole thing, along with Benjamin Garman, making it all look like a home invasion.
You're now in a situation where you are looking at life in prison.
Criminal defense attorney Trey Flynn, who's unassociated with the case, says the brutal nature of the killing elevates it.
This is a very, very, very serious crime. In this situation, Mr. Garman is alleged to have shot somebody not just one time, but 10 times. And what does that mean? That means there's an aggravation there in this sort of homicide case. You're not going to be able to claim self-defense in this sort of situation.
This new mugshot of Garman was taken when he was transferred to Orange County custody. He was previously being held out of county on federal weapons charges, to which he pled guilty.
They executed the search warrants on a residence that he was at after the homicide took place. During that time, they located firearms in the residence, and the federal prosecutors felt, hey, as a convicted felon, as somebody possessing firearms, this is a case that is of interest of us.
Investigators allege Range and Garman set up the home invasion killing because of a custody dispute between Range and Streeter over their shared children, and because Range said Streeter was hiding money from him. David Jones, West 2 News.
Well, Garman's arraignment is scheduled for January 26th. We have reached out to the state attorney's office for an update on Range. Of course, we will let you know as soon as we hear back.
Lord have mercy. So her baby daddy set it up. Ooh, Lord Jesus. That is crazy. What a man. Yes, that is absolutely cold-blooded. Her baby daddy set it up for her to be robbed and killed. That sounds like an unaliving of passion to shoot somebody 10 times. All because of custody. Ooh, Lord. Now the children don't got no parents. Jesus. These people is cold-blooded. Well, you watching Marjorie with Purpose? Hit the like button, share, subscribe. I just want to share this first before I get into the other stuff, because Lord, there's real stuff going on there out there in the world. We take so lightly who we allow in our lives. We don't take it seriously enough. We don't take the time to pray. We don't take the time to ask the Lord to guide us and direct us before having babies with these people. Whew, Lord have mercy. That is cold-blooded, Jesus. Well, before I get to the other stuff, I wanted to show. So Brian Austin Green responded to Tashina Arnold's, him talking about them dating. So I wanted to share that because he's so cute. He's so cute. So I wanted to share what he said. Can I scroll up a little more? No.
Pam was originally for a heavyset girl, so all the jokes on my audition were fat jokes.
Not what I want to do.
They ended up changing it when I.
That's not what I want.
Let me preface by.
Okay, that's what I want. It won't let me. So yeah, he tells his side.
Saying I love Tashina.
Okay.
Tashina and I talked this morning, like before I came here. That's my girl. I don't want anyone in any way to misconstrue or think that I am trying to create any headline or talk poorly about her at all. So Tashina, she was doing a Martin at the time when I was doing 90210. She was singing, I was producing. I became friends with her and Tisha quick. Tashina started coming by the house and I was just playing beats and it was like, oh yeah, let's work on some stuff. And we were doing that because we were working together and we were around each other all the time. But we ended up fooling around and kind of dating. It's funny. So the pride that you say in culture and race, like she coming from Martin, she was very clear, Tashina, I love you, on day one of like, nobody can know about this.
Really?
Nobody. Can't tell people, can't talk about this. I have to shut the fuck up and sit in the back of the car and like just be happy that I'm in the car. It didn't even start in a healthy way. I was in my early 20s, so I was really insecure. And then I have someone who I'm attracted to who's telling me like, oh, you can't tell anybody. At some point it flipped a little bit. All of a sudden she was like cool with it. But I think somewhere in my mind, I had that subconscious switch of like, this isn't a real relationship. This is just a thing that we're doing. I had that thing of like, oh, people are looking at me funny, or they're wondering, why the fuck am I here? Who does this guy think he is? Or I was mind fucking myself a lot during that time period.
Did you consider that kind of racist, the way she thought?
I understood it because, again, I was super insecure. So I was like, of course you feel that way.
Yeah.
You're on Martin. Like, of course you don't want people in your community to know that we're together. I get it.
She felt like you're going to go be with some white girl.
Again, hip hop was my world. I was doing hip hop clubs. I was going to all the places where hip hop was existing. You usually date people that you're around. So of course, I was dating majority Black women at the time. We had common interests. So it wasn't a conscious choice of like, I want to date someone culturally who's different. That never even crossed my mind because we shared the same culture.
We heard things. We was like, man, he knocking them down. Right? Where everybody heard that, they was like, who is this motherfucker knocking them down? Like,
what's funny about that though is I'm the only white guy she ever dated. Wouldn't you be more apt to say that than about her of like, oh, you were just testing the waters and you dated literally one white guy and then you were like, no, that's nope. Right? No, Tashina, I love you. Yeah. You're going to call what I did, it was just some sort of flash in the pan thing. But I spent 10 years doing it. I like the way Black men smell. And I watched some of that shit.
I love that he says that. He makes it so clear, like it's about culture. And culture is not race because people of the same race don't always share the same culture. I love that he's like, oh, she like how Black men smell. I was buying that same stuff. I pray that they find each other. Like they look. I don't know if she's married. I thought she was single. I was talking to my husband about it earlier. He thought she was married, and I thought she was single. But I don't know. If y'all know, let me know. Because I thought she was single. Oh, no, yeah, she is married. No, she's not. They're not together. Rico Hines. Yeah, she was married. She's not married anymore. They divorced in 2016. He's divorced. Maybe, we don't know. He said he was talking to her before he went on the show. What do we know? We don't know. Things can rekindle. You see Chili and Lawrence, the Lawrence kid, you know, things can always, you don't never know. They look cute together. They grown, they both looking good. Who knows? We don't know. We never know. But I think that's so cute. Because back in the day, even though it was the 90s, I think racism was just, had just become dormant. I don't think it was gone. I think it was just hidden. And her being on Martin and him being on 90210, the two shall never cross, right? But I wonder if they would have stayed together if they would have taken each other seriously. And they sounded to me both like insecure kids. Like he was insecure. She was insecure too. They both sounded like they were insecure, not only about their fame, but about, their relationship in general, who they were as individuals. They just sounded both like they were insecure because she was so sure that he was going to marry a white woman and share his riches with a white woman, which didn't happen till way later. But they're not married to this day. He married Megan Fox, but they're no longer married. So, and she's no longer married. So we'll see. We'll see. I just thought that was so cute for them to talk about that. We'll see if they talking these days because they both single. Who knows? But I want to share this. Watch this court episode of this woman suing her pastor for telling her husband that she was cheating. So share your thoughts, hit the like button, tell me what y'all think about this court case. Let's get into this and talk shrimp about it. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe if you have not done that yet.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The co-defendants have been ordered to pay
It was whether or not
Ms. McDonald claims her pastor betrayed her trust by disclosing her confession of adultery to her husband and says he's responsible for ruining her life.
Okay, Pastor Hall, I understand you are here today because one of the members of your church is suing you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. McDonald, start.
Yeah. Hi, Your Honor.
Suing your pastor.
Yes, I'm suing him because he divulged what I told him in confidence, which was that I was unfaithful to my husband, and he went ahead and told my husband, who promptly divorced me and kicked me out of the house.
So why is it
was his
your
fault.
pastor's fault that you cheated on your husband?
Right.
I thought what I had told him was in confidence, and I was looking to him for emotional help. I couldn't afford a therapist, so I thought, I'm depressed. And
did he help you?
He said that honesty is the best way to make myself feel better. And so he said, you have a month, tell your husband. Then one day they met at the gym and Pastor Hall just says that I was unfaithful. And then my husband comes home in a fury, and that was it.
Pastor Hall, did you specifically say, hey, by the way, Mr. McDonald, and you can stand up, Mr. McDonald, I see you're here.
So she said he gave her 30 days. Is that what she said? That he gave her 30 days to tell her husband?
He divulged what I told him in confidence, which was that I was unfaithful to my husband, and he went ahead and told my husband, who promptly divorced me and kicked me out of the house.
So why?
That honesty is the best way to make myself feel better. And so he said, you have a month, tell your husband. Then one day they met at the gym and Pastor Hall just says that I was unfaithful. And then my husband comes home in a fury, and that was it.
Pastor Hall, did you specifically say, hey, by the way, Mr. McDonald, and you can stand up, Mr. McDonald, I see you're here in the pastor's support as a witness. But Pastor Hall, did you tell Mr. McDonald, hey, by the way, your wife cheated on you?
No. So she is correct in how we got together. We did meet. She did confide in me.
Okay.
I already forgave her. The Lord forgives her. But in order for her to forgive herself and to move on, she has to tell her husband.
Take those extra steps. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Coming up.
And then, Mr. McDonald, how did you find out your wife cheated on you?
It was during that
the case of Catrice
and
Hall for negligence.
Then you met Mr. McDonald
Yes.
at the gym.
Yes.
Okay. You were working out.
So this was about 6 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it was great catching up. I hadn't seen them in church in a little bit. So we catch each other at the gym. We talk. And I briefly mentioned, it's great to see people go through so much adversity, when it comes to different things like sickness, things like bankruptcy, things like adultery, all kinds of types of, situations and periods that couples can go through.
Mm-hmm. So you just gave a general statement about obstacles that they go through. Going through obstacles makes people stronger.
Correct.
Right? But you just threw bankruptcy, addiction, adultery in there. You weren't specifically thinking of that, or you just kind of said it?
Yeah, no, I'm not alluding to anything,
Okay. It was just a general statement.
Just general
Obstacles
hardships.
such as make people stronger.
Correct.
Okay. And that's it? You guys both went on your way?
Yeah. It was just a quick kind of touch and go with us. Yeah.
Okay. And then, Mr. McDonald, how did you find out your wife cheated on you?
It was during that time with the pastor when I knew something might have been said that
something triggered you.
Right, exactly. It was whether or not she cheated on me.
Did you have a suspicion she cheated on you?
Yes.
When and for how long?
It was prior to the pandemic, and I.
So you always felt it in your gut that she cheated on you.
Yes.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns.
Ooh wee. Then she want to be mad at the pastor for telling what she should have told. He gave her 30 days, and he said it had been 6 weeks later. And it sounded like she hadn't said anything.
Pastor's line that made you, do you think he was trying to tell you your wife cheated on you, or?
Yes.
So you confronted your wife, she admitted that she cheated on you, and you filed for divorce. Okay. And why $25,000?
Well, Your Honor, I'm a teacher, and teacher's salary is not very big. And when I got kicked out, I had to find an apartment, and so that's for 6 months worth of
she the victim.
rent. And then also, because I no longer have someone I can trust, like Pastor Hall here, I had to go to therapy, and that's not something that I can typically afford. So I'm also including 6 months of therapy.
Okay. I just don't think he disclosed anything on purpose. You're not taking accountability of what you did.
No.
You caused the breakdown to happen. I know this is very harsh. At the end of the day, you're responsible for your actions and any consequences that come thereof. Okay? Based on the evidence, I will deny your claim for $25,000.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant.
In the world?
The plaintiff's claim.
She was trying to put on some teary-eyed face like she the victim. She gotta blame somebody. She gotta blame anybody but herself for this. It's crazy. That is crazy. I just saw something on TikTok that said the best at playing a victim is the one that causing the whole mess. Ain't that the truth? The people that cause and stir the chaos are the best at playing victim. What is that? That's crazy. What? I don't understand. You did it. And instead of telling your husband yourself, you told a pastor. So he supposed to keep your secret? He supposed to live in secrecy and sin because you living in sin? Because you had to make yourself feel better. You got to put your garbage on somebody else, and they supposed to keep it and hold it. See how the devil do? The devil gets you entangled in some mess that ain't got nothing to do with you. That don't got nothing to do with the pastor. But she want to put it on the pastor and want to expect him to hold her dirt. Ooh, Lord, that devil sure got nerve. I don't understand people. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, please. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this aggravate me. And she got a brother. He was not playing. He said, you got to go. But he said he been knew she was cheating. He just but the pastor confirmed it for him without confirming for him. Hey, that's the sermon of the Holy Ghost, because he could have been like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, we survive. Yeah, we survive hard times, no biggie. But he felt like oh, that sounded like a head nod. Somebody confirming something for me that I already knew. Lord. That's why I don't play. I don't play with the cheating. I don't play with that. No. The Lord been too awesome to me to ruin what the Lord blessed me with. He been too good to me. So no, I don't play with that. But I want to listen to Antone Daniel's response on what is this on Fugazi. I want to see his response to that fake fight on the 5150 show. That was fake. That was staged. But I want to hear what he says, so y'all gonna watch it with me. Like, share, subscribe.
Good to meet you, man. Good to meet you. I was reacting to this. I don't know if you caught it live of my reactions.
No, I just got off the plane and somebody sent it to me. So I said, Coley is a reasonable dude. We could have a conversation.
Fair enough, man. So yeah, if you were listening to a little bit, let me ask, since you're up here, what's your perspective after everything that transpired?
I told people I don't do interviews. So like, for example, if people say, yo, Ton, I want to interview you, I want to have a conversation, I disagree with some of the stuff that you say or whatever. If I don't know you, or if you're not like somebody that I'm familiar with or something like that, like in real life, I'm only doing it in person from now on. Because I think that, I don't want to be muted. I don't want to be removed. I don't want to do none of that, right? So he said, yo, I want to have you on the platform. He called me because we got some mutual acquaintances. He called me. I said, all right, cool. He said, I disagree with you on a lot of stuff. It's probably going to be, a difficult thing. And so I was like, he said, you still sure you want to do it? I said, yeah. I said, but I'm only doing it in person. I said, so when we doing it? And so I pulled up to his studio and I told him, I said, bro, I warned him. I said, I'm going to match your energy. So.
Okay. You told him that beforehand.
If you
told him that beforehand.
Absolutely. Okay. I said, we can have a disagreement. I said, but I'm going to match whatever energy you have. If you a cool person, then I'm going to be that. He was like, all right, cool. But see, I still already know, right? So I studied him. I went into the labs. I went into the vaults, found out everything that he did, watched multiple shows, and I was prepared for whatever. And so the minute that he said that I suck, I don't know, he said I suck white people ass, white man's ass.
Yeah.
You can't control how I respond to it. You can't tell me what level of disrespect I should be willing to take. That's just took it. Now you got to do something. Because I'm in your studio in person, right face to face with you, and I don't want to pick up your bag, so I'm not going to scrap online because that'll get you demonetized.
And that's what we were talking about on stream. I brung some people up, and we're like, it was pretty smart. Like, I was giving my perspective. Like, if someone walked up on me, I will probably just swing because that's a threat. But nah, I think that Antone.
Why?
So I said this. I said that I think that you handled it smart because it's like, well, you still offered them to fade outside to avoid fighting on camera to mess up the bag. So I think that was probably what was best.
It was free reign.
I was talking to my husband about this, and he's like, "No, you don't never say that to a man about, sucking a D. Like, that's the ultimate insult to a man." Because in my mind, I'm like, why be so mad if it's not true? Like, what are we fighting about? That was my thought about it. But my husband like, oh no, that's the ultimate insult between a man for a man to say to a man. Like, oh, okay, I get it. I'm not a man, so I don't look at it that way. But listening to a man, seeing the intensity of the offense, because it was offensive, but I just think I don't think neither one of them was really trying to go to blows all like that. I truly believe that was a publicity stunt. Well, let's watch some more. I want to hear some more what he has to say.
We was right there. We could have got it in. What is there to talk about?
Yeah.
And for the people that may say, I came to your city in your studio knowing that you're disrespectful. What are we talking about? This wasn't online. I wasn't talking in general. I'm talking right there to your face.
Yeah. Let me ask a question.
What are we talking about? Like you may not agree with everything that I say, but if you can't tell a chick, here's my thing. Regardless of where you stand on it, you can't tell a chick, move out the way. And just sit there. What is that? You might as well let her stay there.
I bet you won't say that. We know all that right now. I got money for all this. Whatever. I got money too. Don't nobody give a about this shit.
No, it's just not.
I ain't falling for them. I ain't falling. Dolly, get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie.
What does that mean? Like, if we don't have a conversation, we're gonna have a conversation. And once he put the microphone down, that means it's up in. Because it ain't no more talking and ain't nothing amicable. And that's when I'm like, all right, well, I got up. Like, all right, I guess we're about to shoot the fade.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, because as I was reacting to this live, first time watching it, right before I watched it live, I think I seen like a 30-second clip on Instagram, and I'm like, I got to get on stream and I got to react to it. All right, fellas, mission is critical. I was searching my name online and found.
I'm feeling tense. I had to relax a little bit. Oh, I'm so tense. But I think this ignorant and ghetto of both of them. Like, I'm like, y'all got too much money for this. What is this? What's up, SPA Cess? SPACES. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Welcome and thank you for watching. APARP. Yes, I love ARP. Wise is amazing. Yeah, I just think they both was ghetto ignorant for that. I'm like, was people really arguing about who won? Like, what? Nobody won. They both look crazy. They got too much money for that ignorance. I don't understand.
My thoughts was fresh. It was live. But what I noticed that he was unprepared to have an intellectual conversation with you. He would ask you questions, you would make points, and he would have no refutations for your points, no arguments. And then he would just ask another question. You would make a point. He would have no arguments.
Well, that's how you do it, right? That's why I studied.
Okay, so you knew this already coming into it. You were fully prepared that he was gonna be like intellectually inferior than you.
Yeah, I never.
Oh, we just lost him. Could be some bad servers. Hold up, chat.
I was getting that notification.
Oh, notification. Okay, we still live.
Safety alert notification.
Ah, got it.
But, yeah, I mean, if you look and you see what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be an intellectual conversation. It's gonna go that other way. So, like, all right, cool. I'm still coming.
Facts. Okay. So you were fully prepared. You kind of already anticipated, the type of questions he would ask, the type of responses he would give. And you were already aware that, hey, I'm going to go ahead and match your energy. And that's exactly what you did. Okay. Fair enough.
My thing is, I'm a very, very cool, respectful person. I'm one of the coolest people, one of the coolest friends that anybody can have. Usually when something happens, I'm responding to something that somebody else says, whether it's a woman, a guy, whatever, right? And so I don't have no smoke. I ain't got no beef with nobody. I ain't got none of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand my opponent. I understand what I'm dealing with. So for me, it was just like, I know what 5150 is. I understand exactly what it is.
Yeah, I had some people in the chat. They were saying, well, Antone didn't say it again. He didn't call him the D word again and stuff like that. And I was like, well, that doesn't mean that Antone isn't masculine. This just means that, he's aware of his surroundings and he didn't say it again. Just because you don't agree with someone's ultimatum doesn't mean that you have to engage in it. And that doesn't take away the masculinity of a man.
I don't think that most of the niggas that's in the chat is up for a scrap at all.
I agree with that too.
So
yeah.
I'm not really thinking about what the chat say, right? Like most of these is all what they would do. They don't even show up in person. Right. I'm city to city, state to state. I kick it with people in real life. I pull up to people's platforms, and I, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So the internet is always gonna be Monday morning quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't think that none of these niggas got hands.
Listen, man, I feel the same way, man.
I think, like he said, a lot of these people online are, they bowl behind a camera or behind the keypad. Ain't even got their cameras on. Ain't showing their face or nothing. Got a whole lot to say. That's a whole lot of folks online. Ain't got the balls enough to show their face, or show up in person, like he said. But yeah, I just hate that they, it's like, why not? Why can't we collaborate positively? Why gotta be some beef? Right? Why do we have to bring views and get people to watch because of our hatred for each other? What is that? But hey, it worked. Everybody talking about it. Everybody talking about if it was planned or not. It worked. The whole internet is buzzing about it. And his response, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think it's smart to match people's energy. I don't think it's wise. Me personally, might be different for men and different circumstances, but I would say for me personally, I worked in mental health. So if I'm working in a mental health facility, which I would say a good portion of people walking around just in like pedestrians, civilization, just normal, with the grocery store and just walking the streets, have mental illness, have mental health problems, I would say. So if I'm working in a mental health facility, if I match the energy of the person I'm dealing with, we both crazy. So no, I'm not going to match people's energy. No, because that makes you a follower. You matching people's energy makes you a follower instead of a leader. Because if I'm a leader, you going to match my energy. And if I'm calm and peaceful, you have to match my energy. You're not going to bring me to your level. You either come up to my level or we ain't doing this. Like, I'm not going ignorant for ignorant. I don't speak Negro very well. But hey, that's, whatever. I'm like, whatever gets the clicks for a lot of these folks. It's about whatever get the clicks. And they got the clicks and they got the discussion, folks discussing it and talking about it. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about this situation. I just thought it was interesting. I thought, I thought Anton Daniels had a little bit more decorum, but not really. No, I'm not that surprised. Like he said, he matched people's energy. So I would expect that from Corey Holcomb, but Anton, I thought Anton had a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know the word. Decorum is the only thing I can think. I don't know. Help me with words, but that was it. I wanted to share that with you and watch that with you. I was in a very interesting discussion on Clubhouse. They were discussing the Desmond, Christina Scott stuff. I don't know nothing about these people. I don't know nothing about the people, but they were discussing about how long to wait before moving on after a divorce. And some of the discussion, some of the things people were saying, I just feel like people a lot of times just kind of talk and don't really pay attention to themselves talking. Oh yeah, Anton Daniels, a game of chess versus checkers. Yeah, like I don't know what they was thinking. That could have went so differently if somebody just had responded with some sense instead of emotion. Because men love to be like, oh, we not emotional, women are emotional. That little whatever that tiff between the two of them, it looked absolutely emotional. That didn't even look like a strategic game of chess or checkers. Like that looked like two emotional, high estrogen dudes pretending like they're gonna fight, but really don't got the energy or the time to do. I have a ton of thoughts. Corey isn't familiar with this aspect of content creation. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was. Why the beef? Why it exploded like it did? I was so confused about why they got so angry. I was like, maybe I'm slow. I don't know. What you think? I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the slow one. But I'm like, why did this go left so quickly? Because someone is saying that, that you sucking on white folks or whatever. It's like, if it's not true, what am I offended for? What am I angry about? That just got ugly fast for no reason. It didn't make any sense. But they did it, and I think it was publicity. I really do. I don't think it was for any other reason. He had him on there to have a confrontation because they knew it would blow up. That's what I think. Yeah, I was in Clubhouse having a discussion. I mean, people don't take marriage seriously, and the ones and I know people don't like this channel because I talk about Jesus. And when I started talking about Jesus, they're like, oh, you can't talk about that. You gotta, not everybody here believe in Jesus. Not everybody here believes that. But we're talking about marriage, but people want marriage without the Lord. This is why marriages don't last. We talking about marriage without the Lord. I feel like Al Iverson said, we talking about marriage is that is the representation of Christ in the church. But this is why marriages don't last, because people want the marriage, they want the gift, but don't want the Lord. People go for the wrong reasons. It don't have the right foundation. And when I start talking about that, no, people don't like that. People do not like that, and I get it. I get it. And you know what? I respect that. This channel may not be for you. I might talk about Jesus way too much for you, which is fine. But I am not going to stop talking about Jesus, because this is why so many people are struggling, particularly in marriages and families, because they don't have a foundation of the Lord. And just it was amazing to me. And you got people calling themselves pastors and ministers. What are you pastoring and ministering if we can't talk about Jesus? You worried about offending people, and you're a pastor, minister? What are we talking about? What are you a minister of? What are you a pastor of? We can't talk about the Lord? Y'all, I can't. This is why I don't go to regular church, because I can't with these people. I can't with these people. We don't talk about Jesus. We don't want to offend nobody, so we don't talk about Jesus. But I'm a pastor, I'm a minister. That's why I love Myron Golden, because he don't care. He gonna talk about Jesus, he gonna talk about the Bible, and he gonna make it about business and prosperity, and people don't like that. I don't care. Said the law of power, garner all attention. As you said earlier, it was about clips. It was all that stuff. Even that situation with the Desmond Scott and his divorce situation. That's all that stuff. People like drama. People like drama. Half of these people, is the only reason they click some stuff is because of some drama, and that's what people like to be fed. People don't want to hear about your happy marriage. People don't want to hear about you. But there's a lot of people that do. It's just finding the right people that want to hear the right stuff. Oh, Desmond and Christy. That's who that is. Desmond and Christy. Let me see. Yeah, like what? So yeah, this couple here, I didn't know nothing about them. I don't watch them. I don't watch these YouTube couples, because a lot of that stuff be fake. These people get online, they fake a whole marriage, fake a whole divorce to get you to click. So no, I do not watch a lot of these online couples and stuff. I don't watch that stuff. But a lot of people watch them, and a lot of people have been keeping up with them, and a lot of people think they know them. But people are selling their souls for clicks, and it's really sad and frustrating, because you know who suffers, and I say it over and over again: the children. The children suffer. The children suffer because the grown folks around them prioritize everything over them. Let's see. Let's say Instagram. It's all about the clicks. It's all about fame. Like, you done threw your whole family up under the bus for clicks. I don't know nothing about this. Let me see. Yeah, everybody talking about it. I was gonna play something on TikTok, but I don't even feel like talking about that. Y'all want to see somebody, y'all go click it. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, because I just thought it was so interesting that people supposed to be serving the Lord, we ain't supposed to talk about Jesus. That fascinates me. But that's all I got for today. Don't want to hold y'all. I want to go enjoy my Friday, because it's Friday, and y'all know I like to chill on a Friday. I don't want to be on here online all day. But make sure you take the 30-day hot holy dating challenge if you're a single Christian looking to discover your purpose partner and wanting to be married in the next 2 years. I'm happy to service you. Email me at the email address in the description. And purpose@burningheartscoaching.com. Let's walk this together. Like, let's get prepared for marriage. Like, let's end this toxic dating culture. I'm so sick of it. If you're sick of it with me, like, let's do this together. I want to let's build foundations for real families, that people are serious about marriage. I'm so passionate about it. I'm so ready for it. So if you're ready for it, let's team up. See, tons and tons of people are eating off of this. I know. A family destroyed. That doesn't matter. The kids, so you hear people talking about the kids, but like you said, they're eating off of it. It don't matter how the kids got to deal. The kids suffering. It's sad and frustrating. It frustrates me. It breaks my heart. I said, I'm guessing you aren't familiar with Antone. I watch Antone. I used to really, really watch Antone Daniels. I used to really be up on his Millionaire Morning Show, but I haven't watched him recently. He had said some things that kind of disturbed me, but he's, I think he's an excellent businessman. I can't take that from him. He is like, he has taken over YouTube, and I totally respect that. Learn a lot from him, but I don't follow him like I used to, because he's gone off into a realm that I'm personally not willing to agree with. But yeah, I learned a lot from him. I watch some of his stuff. He has some really good stuff. I learned a lot from him. But whose family? The Krista Scott, am I saying her name right? What was these people's name? Desmond and Christy Scott family. That family, they got kids and stuff. As far as I know, that's what I was hearing. They had a couple of kids, but that family destroyed. I don't know anything about Antone Daniels' family, but yeah, that's who family I was talking about. Yeah, I just kind of had to share that. I know I kind of was bouncing back and forth, going off on a tangent, but I had to share that. I had to share my thoughts on that because I thought it was important. It was something on my mind I wanted to share with y'all. But that's all I got for today. Otherwise, y'all enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Blessings. Have a whole blessed life. Pray every day, all day, and keep flying with the Most High. And I love you guys. Catch me Tuesday. Oh, that's right. We have Wifery Garden. This Sunday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard, 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but join me and the girls on Wifery Garden Sunday afternoon or evening or whatever. We are going to be talking about some interesting stuff. I have so much fun with them. So make sure you catch us, have our fire discussions, a bunch of married and single women all come together and talk about life. Oh, no. No. I don't know. They might. You know what? People capitalize off of anything. I saw a headline saying that Antone Daniels might be getting divorced. People will capitalize off of any kind of propaganda, whatever lies they can make up to put money in their pocket. They don't care who suffer. But no, I wasn't talking about that. But how do we know? We don't know. But I pray not, because I know Antone has a daughter and stuff. Corey Holcomb, I think he got a couple kids. But yeah, I pray for everybody constantly, because everybody need help. Everybody need Jesus, whether they know it or not. But I'm getting out of here. Pray every day, all day, and keep flying with the Most High. And catch you guys Sunday. Love you guys. Bye.